Hello, my lovely YouTubers. So in this video, we're going to be talking about spider mite damage. Unfortunately, this Dendrobium here is infested with spider mites. This is my Dendrobium hodgkinsonii by Dendrobium alexanderae, and it is the one you probably saw in another video that is in spike. You can see a spike there. There's a spike there. There's a really big spike somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's another spike right there. So unfortunately, I didn't kill the spider mites the first time like I thought I did. I was using insecticidal soap, and unfortunately, even after 3 applications of insecticidal soap, they are back with a vengeance. Now, there's several different ways you can tell that your orchid has spider mites. And one of the best ways to tell is by inspecting the crotches of the leaves. So here where the leaf connects, this is where they like to hang out. They like to hang out here, and they'll make tiny little spider webs, a very fine material, and they will also turn the undersides of your leaves. If you can see that, it's a silvery color. Very, very bad. The top of the leaf isn't too much affected. This one actually got attacked by slugs. This plant has just had a hard time. It must be really delicious because all of the bugs really, really like this one. But you can see the slug damage here. But we're just focusing on this silvery color, and it's especially apparent on the new growth. So, if you can see, try and focus the camera here. See those little white flecks that are on the leaf there? Try and get a better view. Move. Okay. The little white flecks there are spider mites. And they love, 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 love the new growth, of course, because it's tender and it doesn't have this hardened cane just yet. So the new growth is actually starting to turn a silvery color as well on the underside of the leaf. So you can see there, it's blotchy looking. So that is indicative of spider mites, but you can really tell, you can see those little white flecks there. Now, another way you can tell is by taking a white paper towel and then just stroking the underside of the leaf. Make sure it's moistened towel. Stroking the underside of the leaf, and you should get a brownish or brown-red residue on the paper towel. So you see that it is clean right now. Let me show you what it looks like when it has spider mites on it. Okay, so we're focusing on this streak here and a streak there. That is spider mite residue. So if you can see that brown streak right there and a brown streak, my camera focus, see how it's just a brown and dingy and it's streaky. It should be streaky when you wipe the leaf. I only wiped one leaf, so if I wiped all of the leaves, I'm sure I'd get much more of a residue on this paper towel. But that's another way you can check for spider mites. So unfortunately, my poor little guy here is infested with spider mites, and it really stinks because he is spiking. And if the camera will focus, lots of problems with this camera. See how the spike, come on now, you can do it. There you go. See how the spike is that blotchy, just, it looks so sad. And you can see the spider mite webbing too. See it in the crotch of the leaf there. So that blotchy white stuff on the spike, those are spider mites. They just love the succulent, tender spikes on the Dendrobium here, and they especially like the undersides of the leaves. You can tell, just look at that. It is absolutely awful. So what are we going to do about this? I try not to use chemicals on my orchids. Sometimes it's unavoidable. Growing organically just doesn't always happen, but one of the best ways to sort of grow organically is to use a natural product to get rid of the soft-bodied insects like scale and spider mites. So there's many recipes online. You can search for neem oil insecticidal spray recipe. American Orchid Society has a really good recipe for insecticidal soap using neem oil. That's where I got this recipe from. So you can check out American Orchid Society. You really should be a member of American Orchid Society anyways, because they have really great webinars where orchid growers will talk about how to grow certain orchids. It's just really informative. Plus, you get a discount on orchids from certain growers, so who can say no to that, right? And if you're a student like me, then you get a discount. It's only like $75 for 2 years, so that's a really, really great deal. But that is saved for another video, so let's talk about the neem oil here. So this is what I'm going to be using. I have a spray bottle. It is filled with warm water and filled with a dropper full of neem oil here. Now this is 100% neem oil. There were a couple kinds at the store when I went and bought this. You want to make sure it's organic, which this one is organic. And you want to make sure that it is neem seed oil. And you can look at the ingredients here. The one thing you're looking for is that ingredient right there. That's what's going to affect the soft-bodied insects the most. So that's the difference that I noticed between this product, and there was another one claiming to be 100% neem seed oil, but it didn't have this in the ingredient list, so that's why I went with this one here. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, so yeah. But you want it to be 100% neem oil, and you can see here neem seed oil is cold pressed, so make sure it says cold pressed as well. I've just found that to be the best. And neem oil, when it's cold, will be hardened, kind of like coconut oil. So if you need to warm this up, this was actually in my car, so it's pretty liquidy. It was warm out today. But you can warm it up using warm water, just however you want to do it. Warm it up so it becomes an oil again. And then I placed a whole dropper full into this small spray bottle, and I bought this spray bottle at Sally Beauty Supply just because I like the hair sprayers better than the garden sprayers. For some reason, the garden sprayers don't spray as well, which is weird because they're, garden products. But the neem oil and the natural dish liquid were both obtained at Earth Fare, one of those hippie grocery stores. Sorry if I offended any hippies out there. But really, it is. I mean, come on. I don't know. But any of those really healthy grocery stores, not like Walmart or like, Food Lion or something, that's where you can find all of these natural products. So that's where I purchased the natural dish liquid. It is hypoallergenic. It is free and clear, so it doesn't have any fragrances and it doesn't have any dyes in it. So you want to make sure it's as close to, organic as possible. This one actually is, I believe, yes, USDA certified bio-based product. So this is the one that I purchased. I really, really like it. And what you're doing is you're placing like 1 to 2 drops of dish soap in here to help the neem oil adhere to the leaves of the plant. The neem oil, of course, it's oily. Makes sense, right? So that's why you want the soap, because the soap is going to help it stick to the plant, and it's going to help it stick to the bugs as well. So the neem oil and the dish liquid were both obtained at Earth Fare. If you've got a Whole Foods, a Trader Joe's, you can probably find these products there. Just go to one of those really, really healthy, those hippie stores, right? So I have this warm bottle here. I'm going to shake it up. You want to shake it before application. And I'm going to douse the entire plant with this solution. Now, you don't want to use the solution after, I think it's like 8 hours is what the American Orchid Society recommends. You want to make sure that it's a fresh batch every time you apply the neem oil insecticide. And you're probably going to want to do it at least 3 or 4 times. This isn't an insecticide like your Bayer or, your other harmful chemicals that can inhibit beneficial insect growth. This stuff here, it's not instant acting. What it does is that it smothers the insect. So it takes a few applications to really rid yourself of the little buggers. So I'm prepared to do more than one application because this is a pretty bad infestation. But it's great because it's an alternative method to using harsh chemicals. So I'm going to go ahead and spray the plant, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Okay, so now the entire plant has been doused, and you can see why I wanted to come outside for this. But I made sure to focus on the crotches of the leaves where they seem to accumulate the most. And I also focused on the undersides of the leaves as well. I made sure to completely douse those undersides. Basically, the whole entire plant has been doused with this solution. So I'm going to leave the plant out here, allow it to dry, and then I'll bring the plant back inside because it's a little too cold for these dendrobiums to be outdoors at night. But I do want to make sure that this dries. So a really good way to make sure that this dries is to leave it in a breezy area. Apply it in the early morning, and then you won't have to worry about that solution, the wetness sitting on the leaves when it's cold and moist in the evening time. It won't dry as well. So if you apply it in the morning, then it will allow the plant to or allow that solution to dry on the leaves. So there you go. There's my solution for those dirty little spider mites. If you guys have any questions, you can leave a comment down below in the comments section. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this one in the future. And a really good way to keep up to date with me is to follow me on Twitter. I post a lot of pictures, especially when buds open. I have several that just opened their buds, but I'm not going to make a video about them because it's just, one bud. So if you want to go on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. There's a link in the homepage of my channel, so you can follow me on Twitter. And I will see you guys next time.